Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, the Corvette is behind us, and we're going to be working on maybe not the final project, but one of the final projects for this car before we go ahead and get our dyno team scheduled. And you guys might be wondering, well, what are we working on today? Well, today we're going to be finalizing the breather setup that we got from Prospeed. And you guys will already say, we've already had a video on that, you already have installed. This is true, I do have it installed. However, I do not have the breather actually connected to the valve covers, and that is because I've been waiting on this product to get manufactured, and we'll show you that shortly. But if you guys come over here, you can see we have the dash 10 line kind of just sitting on top of the stock breather, and there you go. You guys can see that we actually don't have a dash 10 fitting installed there, so that we can't tighten this end down. And I've actually been waiting on this product for probably 6 weeks or so. And I saw this product announcement from the manufacturer, and you guys might be wondering, well, what were you waiting for? Here's what I was waiting for. These are a set of dash 10, screw fittings, and these are actually designed to be pressed into the factory valve covers. And how this is going to work is we're basically going to pull the stock breather out with a pair of vice grips or something like that. Pull that out. Take the spark plugs off, take the coil packs off, pull the valve cover, and then what we're going to use is we're going to use a 9/16 drill bit and drill that hole where the stock breather port is, and drill that wider to fit the 9/16 that this press-in fitting is. And the manufacturer of these is actually Dedicated Motorsports. They are out of Texas, and I've been following their page for quite a while. I've been speaking with Matt, the owner. He actually had a similar set to these that were just press-in. I almost bought those, but these finally came out. And what he has is basically you pull the stock breather ports out, press in a similar set of these. They're just a smaller size. Now, these were roughly $19 each, so just about 40 bucks for the pair, and we should be good to go. No, I do realize you can just take a regular dash 10, NPT fitting, kind of put it on a machine lathe, put it in, and then I guess try to press that on. But the thing with that is it's aluminum on aluminum. I don't know how well that would press in and hold. I believe these are steel, so these should be stronger than the aluminum. And also the second thing is I don't have a lathe. I don't have the machinery to modify a set of dash 10 NPT fittings, and I think the going costs are between like $8 and $10 for those. And these being a bolt-in, they're steel, they're stronger. For 19 bucks, yes, it is a little bit more expensive, but honestly, for a product that I wanted and I don't have to bust out a welder at all, I'm more than fine paying that. So, all right, guys. So here's the fitting up close, and as you guys can see, it is full flow, and you'll be able to see there's no restriction in this breather port. Now I did just put a magnet on these, and the magnet did want to stick, but it didn't like really stick to it. So I bet you this is actually stainless steel and not regular steel, because regular steel would have just stuck to a magnet like nobody's business. So we're gonna go ahead and get the car torn apart. We'll move the coil packs, the spark plug wires, and I'm probably gonna leave the stock valve covers on for now, and we'll pull it on the car, because I think trying to pull that fitting out with it off the car will just be a huge pain in the butt. So let's go ahead and get all that torn apart. All right, guys, we got all the coil packs off. We got the oil fill, put a towel in there just to make sure nothing falls down in the motor. And as you guys can see right here, I actually got the port pulled out. If you guys could see where that black line is, that's actually where the paint was from where I had painted these like 4 years ago. Honestly, I just stuck the pair of vice grips on the very end, and that really didn't do much. I had to put it on the threaded part there, if that's what you want to call that. I literally just wiggled it and started pulling up, wiggle, pull it up, and the thing popped right out. So these really are not pressed in too hard, and it came out actually very easily. So we have the valve cover off, as you guys can see, and it is super clean in here. I mean, not that I've put a ton of miles on the car since I put the heads on, but this oil is actually real clean. It's not all caked in like a yellow, brown, amber color. It's actually very clean. It's still aluminum colored, so that's cool. And as you guys can see, those are the comp cam springs that we put in. That was either a year ago maybe 2 years ago, but you know, like I said, there's no miles on those springs at all. And yeah, so now that we've got the valve cover off, it's over here. Basically all that we have to do is drill this hole out to 9/16 of an inch, and we'll go from there. Now here's kind of the only questionable part of the project. I don't know if I'll be able to use one of my hand drills, or I'm gonna have to use my drill press, because the 9/16 bit is very thick. I kind of don't think that my standard drills, handheld drills, will be able to fit that drill bit. So if not, we'll use the drill bit behind us. If not, you know, we always got the hand drills over there. So let's go ahead, get that drill bit opened up and see what tool we're gonna end up using. All right guys, so I was able to actually get this 9/16 drill bit to fit on my Milwaukee handheld drill. I will have a video on this drill later on. I don't think I'm gonna have it before this video comes up. If I do, I'll have a link to the video up above. If not, you know, we'll catch that one later. Well, so far we've gotten about halfway through the valve cover, and it's been a little messy, but I just stop. I use WD-40, and I'm just making sure that I'm holding my drill bit at the right angle and, you know, drilling all the way through. Now I do have the valve cover actually braced up. I have a piece of wood behind it, as you guys can see here. It's kind of leaning against the toolbox, and then I actually have my elbow when I'm drilling holding the plastic fill point, and that way I'm kind of, everything is straight and everything is braced. That way when I'm drilling, it's not kicking back. So let's go ahead, finish drilling through this valve cover, and we'll get the actual fitting installed. All right guys, so we have the valve cover actually finished up. As you can see, we have the dash 10 fitting pressed into the valve cover itself. I end up putting a little bit of red Loctite on the very edge of the fitting, and that's just to make sure that that seals up properly with the stainless steel fitting pressed into the aluminum housing. So that's finished up. I did clean this like 4 or 5 times. I used brake cleaner, I used compressed air, and then I just eventually wiped it clean with some rags. So now that this is finished and fully installed, let's go ahead and get this installed back in the car. All right, as you guys can see, the passenger side is all back together, and if you guys can see right here, we have the 90-degree fitting, the dash 10 coming from the Prospeed Catch can over in the fender breather, coming down, and we have it into the DMS fitting, and that fitting is into the valve cover. So I was able to tighten that fitting down all the way. The hose isn't loose at all, and the fitting is not spinning within the valve cover, so we should be good. So that's it for the passenger side. The driver's side is going to be the same exact thing. Take the valve cover off, drill your hole, put some red Loctite in it, tap it down, and tighten your fitting. And that's pretty much going to be it. Now I would show you guys that project, but I'm actually waiting on some parts for a future video, and that actually has to do with the fuel lines. You may have already seen that video, I'm just not sure. But if you guys want to see that project, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I upload new content, make sure you also turn on your bell notifications. And that's pretty much going to be it. So that's actually going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you guys want to help support the channel, click all the links down below and check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks guys. Have a great one.